Welcome back to part 2 of the series.
In the first video, we talked about some of the core staples that build the foundation of my setup. If you saw my plugin checklist, you know I've accumulated a massive library over the decade. There are so many incredible tools I use for different jobs, from dialing in raw analog warmth and fixing vocal takes to spatial mixing and mastering. So today we're diving into the next 10 plugins from the master list that stayed in my arsenal after years of trial and error, track revisions, and real studio sessions. Let's get into it. Plugin 1, Diva. If Serum is my go-to for modern digital sound design, Diva is what I load up when I need pure analog warmth. It emulates classic hardware synths so accurately that it honestly feels like playing actual outboard gear. I use it constantly for thick, warm synth pads and rich, organic bass lines. If your mix feels too cold or digital, throw Diva into your synth stack. Plugin 2, Synplant. When I hit a creative block, Synplant is usually how I break out of it. Instead of traditional dials and knobs, you literally grow and mutate sounds using an interactive plant interface. You don't even have to overthink sound design, you just tweak the branches until something weird, inspiring, and completely unique pops out. It's one of the most fun and creative plugins ever made. Plugin 3, OTT. This is a plugin almost every electronic producer knows, and it's 100% free. OTT is an aggressive multiband compressor that pulls out hidden high-end brightness and brings up low-level details instantly. A little bit goes a long way, but if you throw it on a synth lead or a drum group and blend it in, it makes your sounds cut through the mix like crazy. Plugin 4, Xvox Pro. If you want a modern radio-ready vocal chain without building a massive 10-plugin signal path from scratch, Xvox Pro is insane. It combines compression, EQ, de-essing, and spatial effects all inside one super clean interface. It lets you dial in pristine top-end clarity and dynamic control in seconds. Whether you're processing main lead vocals or background stacks, it speeds up vocal production massively. Plugin 5, RX. This is an absolute necessity if you do any real recording. iZotope RX is the ultimate audio repair suite. Denoising, removing room rumble, removing mouth clicks, or saving a vocal track that was recorded in an untreated room. RX saves tracks that would otherwise be completely ruined. It's the ultimate utility plugin behind the scenes. Plugin 6, The God Particle. When it comes to mastering and finishing tracks, this plugin lives up to its name. The God Particle was designed around Jason Joshua's legendary mixing chain. It handles multi-band dynamics, EQ shaping, and limiting in a super intuitive way. You drop it on your master bus, adjust your gain staging, and suddenly the track gets wider, punchier, and glued together. It just makes the whole mix pop. Plugin 7, SoundID Reference. This isn't an effect or a synth, it's a room and headphone calibration tool, and it completely changed my mixing process. SoundID Reference flattens the frequency response of your studio monitors or headphones, so you're hearing pure, accurate sound without your room lying to you. If you've ever made a mix that sounded great in your studio but terrible in your car, this is the plugin that solves that exact problem. Plugin 8, Canvas. This one changes how you visually think about your mix. Canvas by Art DSP takes your stems and maps them out in a virtual 3D room. Instead of just tweaking standard dials on separate tracks, you can literally see and adjust volume, panning, depth, and EQ tonality in real time on a visual soundstage. If you learn visually or struggle to get elements to sit in their own space in the stereo field, Canvas makes mixing feel way more intuitive. Plugin 9, Serato Sample. If you use sampling in your tracks, whether it's vocal chops, melodic loops, or vintage record flips, Serato Sample is the smoothest sampler out there. It detects key and pitch instantly, chops up samples automatically across your keys, and lets you stretch or pitch shift audio without destroying the quality. It makes working with audio loops feel like playing an instrument. Plugin 10, Loudness Meter and Voxengo Span. To round out this video, every producer needs clean visual metering. Voxengo Span gives you a precise real-time view of your frequency spectrum, and Youlean lets you monitor exact LUFS levels so your masters are ready for streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. Mixing by ear is primary, but having accurate visual tools guarantees your tracks translate everywhere. Before we wrap up, I got a great comment on my last video asking about clipping versus limiting. Quickly on that, I personally rely on Ableton's stock limiter, glue compressor, and saturator for most of my clipping and limiting. They're super clean and get the job done right in my DAW. But if you're looking for dedicated third-party tools, two incredible options are FreeClip 2 by Venn Audio, which is totally free, and StandardCLIP by SAR Audio Tools, which is an industry staple. Looking through my master checklist, it's crazy how many plugins are available today, but after 10 years of producing, here's my biggest piece of advice. Don't feel like you need to buy every tool at once. Build your setup step by step. Master a few key tools inside and out, understand why you're opening each plugin, and let the software serve your creativity, not slow it down. We've still got plenty more tools on the master list to cover in future videos, but I want to hear from you. Out of the 10 plugins we went over today, which one are you most excited to try in your session? Or is there a specific vocal or drum plugin from my checklist you want me to break down next? Drop a comment below. I read every single comment, and your input helps decide what we break down in part 3. If you enjoyed part 2, hit that subscribe button and drop a thumbs up on the video. We've got a lot more coming. Music production, studio sessions, DJing, and documenting the whole journey as we go.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.